Welcome to our executive interview series at AITalks, presented by AIScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash, and I'm here with Ryan Macaleer, Vice President, Federal Software Sales at IBM. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Wyatt. It's a pleasure to be here.
So my first question for you is, in what ways has AI technology improved the work efficiency and productivity of government employees over the past year from your perspective?
Yeah, sure. No, it's a great question. And you know, as you probably know, IBM's not really new to the AI space. We've been at this for well over a decade. And what I can tell you from a lot of that experience is that the value of AI, particularly in the federal sector, is really playing out across the way in which we augment human work and not replace human work. So I think that's really important to point out, right? Whether it's kind of automating some of those mundane or routine tasks, whether it's offering decision cycle improvement times, or just improving the kind of the client or customer experience, and in this case, in this sector, really the citizen experience or the employee experience. So I guess against that backdrop, I would offer three examples of where we're really doing that in the federal space. The first one is with the Department of Veterans Affairs, where we looked at their health benefits claims processing. And prior, it was a really manual and paper-based process. So we collectively looked at that, digitized the process, and then applied AI to be able to improve those cycle times for how those benefits are paid. So really improving the experience of those veterans who are processing and need that claim benefit in return. A second one is with the IRS, and a really sort of similar use case actually, where the tax filing process, very manual, very paper-based in nature. And so we came along and digitized that with our intelligent automation with AI process, leveraged the power of AI to improve how quickly those filings can be processed. And in return, the citizen experience was improved because, especially if you're waiting around for a tax refund, you want that quickly, and we were able to dramatically improve the cycle time there. The third one is maybe a little different, and in this case, it was with the work we did with the Navy Fleet Forces Command all around their food supply. So we applied AI to their food supply chain and looked at how they kind of forecast and predict how food is going to be used on board ships while at sea to give the sailors a much better experience for wait times, the running out of food or certain items on board. And that was a very positive outcome as well. So again, we've got a lot of these type of use cases, dozens more across the federal space as we've been at this for a long time. But I think those are a couple of really good examples recently.
No, really appreciate you sharing those examples. Next, I'd like to ask, can you also provide some examples how AI has aided specifically in decision-making processes, either within your organization as you support government or in your government customers, and how that's evolved over the last year?
Yeah, well, it's a great question. I mean, we can't really go out and talk to federal clients about all the values of AI if we're not sort of internally leveraging some of that ourselves, right? And dovetailing off of what I just talked about, we've been at this a long time, and so we've had the opportunity to sort of experiment and leverage our own AI solutions internally at IBM. About 6 years ago now, we sort of looked at our own HR department. And as you know, IBM is a pretty big company, a big HR department, not unlike our federal clients that we serve. And that HR department's tasked with all kinds of complexities having to do with managing a large, diverse workforce. Everything from employee onboarding to leadership succession planning to more mundane tasks like employee verification, right? Something simple. So about 6 years ago, we looked at that department and said, how can we apply our own AI solutions and really try to benefit the employees and the people that we serve? And so we launched something built on our Watson X platform that we call Ask HR. It's really a chat interface powered with AI and generative AI to augment the HR department. And what I can tell you from that experience is that we sort of took this big kind of holistic approach in launching that and making it available to everybody. People like me who are used to interfacing with an HR human for all of our kind of needs, we're now forced to go to this sort of AI-based bot. And while the bot was great, it could do everything, it was more of a cultural shift to try to get us there. And it didn't go as fast or as smooth as we would have hoped out of the gate. And so I think some of the lessons learned that we have now since obviously taken back to our clients is you really want to start with that use case in mind. If we had it to do over again, I'd tell you we would start with just maybe some of the very routine or more mundane tasks like that employee verification and say, go to the Ask HR bot for that, and everything else, still use your HR partner for. And then slowly start to scale that out. It'll be a much smoother transition, and I think we would have gotten adoption faster. And so that's what we tout with our clients, right? It's really important to have that use case mentality, start with the end in mind, understand the outcomes that you're striving for, and that helps to make sure that you're using the right type of AI for that use case. Again, I would offer that, having been in this space for so long, IBM really brings a breadth of experience to that solution stack, and we can offer that experience both in terms of technology and our consulting divisions to be able to help our federal clients jump on that AI journey and really provide the best outcomes.
Really appreciate your sharing that real life experience and some of the lessons learned on that. Well, Ryan Macaleer, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us here at AI Talks and sharing your perspective on the evolution of AI in the federal government workspace.
Thanks so much, Wyatt.